welcome back to my channel. So my name is Jodie Holly, thank you for returning. If you're brand new here, welcome. I will be teaching this morning a nice Vinyasa class. My last class that I posted, one of my classes that I posted is beginner's hips. So this hips is going to be a little bit more deeper. It is still a morning flow, so it will be nice and gentle to begin with and we'll get a little bit more powerful. So when you're ready, make sure you've got your mat, you're in a safe place, be mindful of your body, and then join me on the mat. So we're going to begin in Tadasana today, mountain pose at the top end of your mat. Bring your feet underneath the hips, and just before we do anything, take a little rock forwards and backwards from the toes and the heels. Just shifting that weight, activating the muscles, the balance, and then begin to root all four corners of the feet down into the earth. Take a breath in. Round the shoulders up to your ears, and as you exhale, breathe out through the mouth. Drop the shoulder blades down and back. Two more like that. Inhale fully. Exhale. Lion breath out the mouth. One more here. And let go. And then just allow the breath to fall back to your natural breathing pattern. Breathing in and out through the nose. And just release any tension. Drop the shoulders, soften across the forehead, unclenching the jaw. But we're standing strong, standing tall. Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a breath in. Sweep the arms all the way to the sky. Reach the arms above the head, look to the thumbs. And exhale, press the hands to the heart center. We stand nice and tall. We breathe in, reach the fingertips to the sky. Lift your heart, your chest, take a mini back bend. And exhale, fall down that center line. We gently begin to fold in half. And it is our first fold, it is still early. Bend the knees a little and just allow the head to then hang down heavy. When we're here, it is our first forward fold. Paddle through the knees. So just paddle through these knees, bringing that space into the body very gently. Maybe rolling the head side to side feels good as well. And then bend your right knee, keep your left leg straight, plant the right hand on the ground and inhale, sweep the left arm all the way to the sky. Reach the left fingertips all the way up, bend into the right leg, straight into the left leg, and reach. Take a twist through the waist, sinking into this left hip. On your out breath, float the left hand down, bend the left, straighten the right leg, and inhale. Right arm reaches, lift, push through that left hand, revolve. Soften the shoulders, reach the fingertips nice and high. Maybe push through the left hand a little and help yourself take that twist a little deeper. Sinking into this right hip. And exhale, fold in half. You're welcome to keep the knees a little bent as you just allow the top half of the body to surrender down. Take hold of opposite elbow and just feel the upper body relax a little further. Take a bob up and down, a little sway side to side. Just wiggling yourself into any tightness you're feeling. Wiggling into that space and releasing any tension. Come back to the center, release the hands. Bend the knees, chin to the chest, inhale. Come all the way up through the body. Push the ground away, sweep the arms up above the head. As the hands begin to lift, we look to the thumbs. And exhale into your heart center, prayer position. So the feet are still roughly hip width apart, a nice comfortable space apart. Inhale, reach up. Arch the back. As you breathe out, bend both knees a little. Send your right hand forward, your left hand back and take a twist. Push the palms away. Draw the belly button into the spine. And opposite side as we inhale, push the ground away, lift. Exhale, bend the knees a little, left hand forward, right hand backwards. Really push those hands away. And inhale all the way to the sky. Exhale, arms down by the sides, well down. Inhale, reach. Lift your heart, your chest. Breathing out, swan dive, sweep with the arms, lead with the heart as you tilt forward from the hips. Relax the hands, the head towards the shins. Inhale, halfway lift, belly button draws in. Exhale, fold back down. Bend the knees, land the hands, and inhale, right foot steps back. Breathing out, right knee down to the ground, the foot goes flat. Breathe in, sweep the arms above the head, touch the hands together, and as you breathe out, sink into this right hip a little. Automatically, this right hip will be coming to the back, so square that right hip forward, left hip backwards. Really feel that space into that right hip flexor. Invite the belly button into the spine, drawing that Uddiyana Bandha in and up. And we breathe in, look to the fingertips. Exhale, frame the left leg, hands come down. Breathe in, lift the chest, look forward. Breathe out, push the hips backwards, straighten the left leg, reach the left toes for the sky. Shoulder blades down the back, belly button backwards to the spine, toes reach for the sky, and your gaze to that front line of your mat. A nice long spine. Try to not arch through the spine too much, keeping the heart lifted. The shoulder blades down the back. Breathing in, walk the hands forward. Exhale, tuck this right foot and pivot yourself into a wide leg forward fold to turn to face the side. Lift the hips and relax the head down. Just allowing yourself to breathe into this space. Head, hands heavy. Your arms can just rest wherever they feel most comfortable right now. The upper body hanging down. Push into the hands and we pivot that left foot to face the front of the mat once more. Lift onto the ball of the right foot as you pivot it forward. Lift onto the fingertips. Plant the hands down and inhale, left foot steps back into your plank. Hands are under the shoulders, gaze between your hands, and we're really pushing that ground away. Reach away with the crown of the head and push away with the heels. Actively pushing that ground away. Making sure we're still breathing, that breath is moving in and out, and we hold our plank. You're welcome to lower down to the knees at any stage. We'll just be here for another 4, on 3, on 2, on 1. Drop your knees down, untuck the toes, sit back on the heels, take Balasana, take Child's Pose. Forehead presses towards the earth, hips are towards the heels. Option arms can stay long, or option slide your hands behind you, flip the palms to face the sky, and maybe give the fingers and wrists a little wiggle off out. Just releasing any tension, maybe rotating the wrists round in one direction and the opposite way. And then reach the fingertips back to the front of your mat, palms face the ground. Breathe in, roll up through your cat stretch, look to the belly button. Breathing out, gaze between your hands, bend the elbows towards the body, lower forehead and chest down towards the earth. Inhale, forehead and chest slide through, land the hips, roll the shoulder blades down the back, pinch the glutes together. A nice gentle baby cobra, activating the back muscles. And as you breathe out, down dog, push that ground away, tuck the toes, hips to the heels, and we lift the hips to the sky. Adho Mukha Savasana into your inverted V position. Feet hip width apart, and just take this dog for a little walk here. Paddle through the heels, sink in from hip to hip, just move however feels good. And find stillness for the heels. Lift the hips up, back and down. Uddiyana Bandha in and up. Lower rib cage draws towards each other. And lift your gaze between your hands. Inhale, right foot steps in. Left knee down to the ground, foot goes flat. Make sure you step this foot through, that you're nice and straight in the sole of the foot, straight from the ankle, straight to the knee, and breathe in, reach. Lift the hands above the head, pinch the glutes. Exhale, sink into that left hip. Left hip comes forward a little, pinch the glutes, shoulders are soft. Actively draw that rib cage towards each other. Fingertips are reaching nice and high. And we breathe in, look up to the thumbs, change your drishti. Exhale, land the hands, framing the right foot. Breathe in, lift onto the fingertips. And exhale, push the hips backwards, reach the right toes for the sky. Shoulder blades down the back. Gaze to that front line of your mat, making sure the back of the neck, the whole spine's nice and long. And at any stage you feel that space easing off this right leg, reach those toes a little higher. Following that breath's journey, each in and each out breath. And coming forward into your wide leg forward fold. Breathing in, walk the hands forward, right foot comes down. Exhale, left foot tucks, and you pivot, to face the side. Toes face the left side of your mat and fold in half. Lift the hips, relax the head. And maybe a little gentle yes and no with the head. Just shaking out any tension we're carrying around here. Our neck and shoulders is such a big place we hold on to this tension. Push into the hands. Turn the right foot forward, pivot on the ball of the left foot. Breathing in, step the left foot to meet the right halfway lift. And exhale, fold in half. Inhale, come all the way up. Sweep the arms up above the head, touch the palms together. Exhale to Tadasana, mountain pose. A little faster this other side. Inhale, reach. Arch the back, lift your heart, your chest. Exhale, swan dive down, fold in half. Breathing in, halfway lift, belly button draws in. Exhale, forehead to the shins. Inhale, left foot steps back. Option, keep this knee lifted, okay? Strong through that left heel here. At any stage, you're welcome to drop down to this left knee. We lift the heart, the chest, and we breathe in, we reach. Keep stomping away with that left heel. Hands touch, left hip forward, right hip backwards, belly button draws in. Bend into that right leg a little. Square the left hip to the front and inhale, look to the sky. Exhale, frame the right leg. Breathing in, look forward. And exhale, pyramid pose. We straighten that right leg. Left hip forward, right hip backwards, square the hips. Lead with the heart to the ankle. You're on the fingertips here. You're welcome to lay onto the hands if that feels best. Keep remembering to square your hips to the front. Really feeling this space for this right leg here. From here, bend into this right leg a little, land the hands, breathe in. Exhale, swing the right leg all the way back into a three-legged dog. Flex that foot, draw the ribcage towards each other and actively strong through both arms. Squaring the right toes down to the ground. We inhale, float forward into plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, keeping this right leg lifted as the elbows pinch in. Breathing in, push through the left foot. Roll all the way forward, land the front of the right foot, come onto the front of the left foot. Push the heart up dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha, downward facing. Relax the head. Connecting in with the breath. Push in the backs of the legs to that space behind you. And we lift our gaze forward, inhale, left foot steps through between the hands. Pushing that right heel away. Option, remember at any time you're welcome to drop down to this right leg. Strong through this left foot, strong through this back right leg, and we breathe in. All the way up. Exhale, sink into this right hip forward, left hip backwards, rib cage draws in. Keep pushing away with that right heel when you're feeling that space for that right hip flexor. And inhale, lift to the fingertips. Exhale, frame this front left foot. Take a breath in and lift the chest, look forward. Exhale, straighten the left leg, right hip forward, left hip backwards. Lead with your heart to that left ankle. The right toes are tucked, the heels are lifted. Really creating this space along this left leg here. Slightly different, bend the left knee, land the left hands, breathe in. Exhale, swing this left leg all the way back into your three-legged dog. Flex the left foot. Uddiyana Bandha in and up, belly button draws to the spine. And taking that Vinyasa again to breathe in, float forward to plank. Option, lower the left leg as you exhale, come all the way down. And as you breathe in, land the left foot, push through the right. Come onto the front, push the heart forward, pinch the glutes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing out here. Checking in with that breath. Ujjayi, breathing in and out through the nose. Options, stepping or jumping your feet through between your hands. If you're jumping, you come onto the balls of the feet. Bend the knees a little. Really push that ground away as you look forward. Inhale, jump through, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Breathing in, come all the way up, roll up through each vertebra of the spine. Sweep the arms above the head, look to the thumbs. And exhale to Tadasana. Well done. Coming into a little bit faster. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive, lead with the heart, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, belly button draws in. Exhale, fold back down. Breathing in, inhale, stepping or jumping back into your plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Breathing in, scoop the chin, the chest through, push your heart. And exhale, Adho Mukha Savasana. Downward facing dog. From here, feet roughly hip width apart. Take an inhale, reach the right leg to the sky. As you breathe out, flex the foot, square the hips, draw the ribcage in, and then point the right foot and lift that right leg today as high as you feel it can go. Bend the right knee, drop the right foot to the left shoulder blade. Notice this right side of the body lifts a little. Square the chest down to the earth. Square the hips if you can, but lift that right knee. Inhale, right knee towards the right elbow. Exhale, lift that right leg all the way back up. Drop the heel behind you. Inhale, right knee to the forehead. And inhale, three-legged dog, lift that leg up. Inhale, right knee to the left elbow. Take a little twist or we hover. From here, lengthen that right leg away. Right hand step to the centre and inhale, left arm reaches. Push through that right hand, reach the left fingertips high. And lower the left hand. Hand step back under the shoulders, bring the right leg back and hover, breathe in. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, scoop the chin, the chest through into your up dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Savasana. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Inhale, left leg all the way to the sky. Push that right heel down. Strong through both arms. And we point the left toes, lift that leg nice and high. Bend the knee, drop the foot to the right shoulder blade. Square the right side of the chest, side of the chest down to the earth. And inhale, left knee to the left elbow, look forward. Exhale, lift that leg back up. Inhale, left knee to the forehead. Pinch, 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 and exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, left knee, right elbow, take that twist and hold. Lengthen the left leg away, step the left hand to the centre and inhale. Right arm reaches your fallen triangle. Push straight from this left wrist to the right fingertips. And we land the right hand. Step the left hand back, hover that left leg, breathe in. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, breathing in, up dog. All those cobras, wherever feels good, breathing out. Downward facing, well done. Connecting in with the breath. Lift your gaze forward, inhale, stepping or jumping your feet through between the hands, exhale, fold in half. Bend the knees, inhale, come all the way up. Roll up through each vertebrae of the spine, stick the arms above the head, look to the thumbs. And exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. So let's get into these hips a little bit more now, we're a little warmer. Maybe grab a sip of your water, a drink if you have one. Still early here, so I have my green tea still. And then once you've had your drink, bring yourself back into your mountain pose at the top end of your mat. Feet under the hips, palms face the front. And just like we did at the beginning, let's take 3 lion breaths just to ground us back into this practice here. Breathe in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. 2 more. Exhale, let go. 1 more. And we begin again. Breathe in, reach those hands to the sky. Take a back bend, touch the palms. As you breathe out this time, tilt forward from the hips. Fold down the center line. Fold, fold, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stepping or jumping your feet back into your plank and exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Breathing in, scoop the chin, the chest through. Pinch, pinch, pinch those glutes. Push that ground away. Breathing out, down dog. Breathing in, and the right leg reaches to the sky. 3-legged dog. Square the hips, square the chest down. And we inhale, step the right foot on the outside of the right hand. Wiggle this left heel away so you create this space in those hips. Hips are nice and low, try to get them in line with the shoulders. And take a little sway side to side. Bring this space into the hips here. And then find stillness. You're welcome to stay here or drop into the left knee, the foot untucks. From here, bring your right hand onto this right knee, breathe in. As you breathe out, be sinking to these hips a little more. Push this right knee away and maybe roll onto the outer edge of this right foot. See if this right arm can straighten. As you push a little into the left hand, revolve through the waist and look over that right shoulder. Bringing your awareness back to your breath, softening into the hips, soften the shoulders. Carefully bring your gaze back to the center as you bring the sole of the right foot to the ground. Inhale, this right arm now reaches high. Breathing out, reach the right fingertips to the back, push through the left hand, reach those fingertips away. So option to stay here, or see if you can bring this left foot off the ground, and maybe take a hold of this left foot with the right hand. Inviting that heel in a little, really feeling that space coming into the left quad. Checking in with each in and out breath. Feeling this space coming into the body. And release that left foot. When you release this left foot, make sure it doesn't go like a brick. Maybe it floats down like that little feather. That left foot floats down. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, right hand comes down. Tuck your left foot, step your right foot back into your downward facing dog. So option, stay here in your down dog. We're just going to go for a little vinyasa, build a little bit more heat. So breathing in, glide forward into your plank as you do really feel each and every vertebra getting that movement. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Breathing in, scoop the chin, the chest through, push that ground away. And exhale, downward facing. Breathe out. So just those couple of poses on our next side now. Inhale, left leg reaches nice and high. Active through both arms are nice and strong. Ears between the upper arms. And inhale, left foot steps outside of left hand. Wiggle that right heel away so you can get those hips nice and low. And just take a little sway side to side. You're just wiggling into any tension here. Creating that space for the body. Option one is to stay here, or we come into stillness and we drop the right knee down and untuck the foot. Release your left hand onto that left knee, breathe in. Exhale, sink, 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 push that left knee away, roll onto the outer edge of the left foot. Push through the right hand, helping you twist through the waist, straighten the left arm, and look over that left shoulder. Breathe, check in with the breath. Maybe feel the difference from left and right. I mean, especially for me right here this morning, this hip, this side's feeling quite tight, so check in with that breath and use each out breath just to sink that little further, to release tension. And then bring this sole of the left foot back down to the earth. Inhale, left arm all the way up. Exhale, left fingertips reach for the back of the room. Twist through the waist. Option, stay here, or option, right foot comes off the ground. And see if you can find that right foot with the left hand. If you can't reach it but you like to have this leg lifted, you can actively hold that right leg lifted while you reach the left fingertips away. So there's no right, no wrong. All of our bodies are different. And always different each time we practice too. So just relax into this space. This is your practice, your body. Invite that right heel a little closer if you have hold of the foot. And then we're going to release the left hand, and the right foot is going to float down like that gentle little feather. And inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left hand inside of left foot. Tuck that right foot, breathe in, and as you exhale, step back into your downward facing dog. Well done. Relax the head. Push, push, push that ground away. Lift your gaze forward, inhale, stepping or jumping your feet through, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in half, top end of your mat. Breathing in, come all the way up. Roll up, reach round above the spine, sweep the arms up above the head, look to the thumbs. And exhale to Tadasana, well done. Give those fingers a release a little, really soft, maybe roll the shoulders, and we'll come into our next round. So, Tadasana, mountain pose, front end of your mat, palms face the front. Lift up through the crown of the head. Inhale, reach. Pinch the glutes, draw the ribcage in. Exhale, tilt forward, down. Fold down that center line. Relax the hands, the head. Inhale, halfway lift. Shoulders away from the ears, and exhale, forehead to the shins. Breathing in, stepping or jumping your feet back into your plank, and exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Breathing in, scoop the chin, the chest through, pinch the glutes. Exhale, Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog. Three-legged dog, right leg reaches, breathing in. Exhale, push that left heel down. Push, push, push the ground away. With both hands. And inhale, right foot steps forward outside of right hand. Again, we wiggle that left heel away nice and low. And again, maybe take that little rock, sink into the hips. Drop that left knee down, this time untuck the foot. So option, stay in here if you're lizard. Option, coming onto the left forearm. Maybe coming onto the right forearm. So option, stay here. Notice that this right knee might be sinking out to the side. This time we try to keep the sole of that foot flat. Pinching this right knee towards the right armpit so that inner thigh is nice and strong. So stick here with your lizard, or we're going to come into a little arm balance. So stepping onto your hands, and your fingertips just come roughly in line with the back of that left heel, still shoulder width apart. Shift your weight backwards and bend this right arm. The right upper arm comes underneath the right thigh. And we tuck this left foot, bring the knee off the ground again. Shift yourself forward a little, bend the elbows, and see if you can wiggle this right leg off the ground. If you're here, bend the elbows, take your weight into the hands, and maybe see if you can then float that left foot off the ground also. Keep pushing that ground away. Breathe. And then land that left foot, bring your right leg back in, well done. Wiggle your right foot towards the left wrist, release your right hand out, and sink down into your lizard. Lower those hips down. Untuck the left foot. Square the hips. Actively push the front of that left foot into the earth. Shoulders are soft here. Well done. So here you're going to wiggle this right foot in towards your left hip. Breathing in fully. And as you exhale, walk the hands forward. Bend at the elbows, land on the forearms, and rest your forehead on the forearms. Keep bringing this left hip down to the earth, not sinking into the right too much. Checking in with the breath. And we're going to take our lizard, this is our lizard, this is not a lizard, our pigeon pose a little bit deeper is your option. Option, stay here. Or from here, slide your left hand to the opposite side to the right side. The left palm faces the sky. Land on that shoulder blade, rest on the left side of the face. Bring your right arm to the sky, wrap it around the back and see if you can find that right big toe. Pushing into the back of the left arm, looking over the right shoulder. And a nice gentle bind in your pigeon this morning. Carefully releasing the right hand. Push into the right hand as you lift yourself back up. Well done. So option, you can stay here. If you'd like a little more for the quads today, bring this left foot up behind you. Begin to invite this left foot in with the left hand. So option, you can take your mermaid arms by bringing your left crease of the elbow into the front of that left foot. Bring your right hand above the head, square the hips, the chest forward, and maybe take hold of those hands. Keep squaring the body to the front. Keep squaring this left hip forward, left side of the chest. An option, if you feel super open, you're welcome to flip your grip. So bringing your right hand to that left foot and your left hand up above the head. Square the hips, square the chest forward. Softly breathing into this space. And then like that feather, you just begin to release that left leg down. Well done. Slide this left leg forward. Cross your left leg over your right. Wiggle that right foot out. And ground down through those sit bones. Hug this left thigh in, take a twist as you lift the chest. Look over the left shoulder. And just allow yourself to breathe. Keeping the crown of the head nice and tall, keep rooting down through both sit bones. And release here. Well done. So from here, your feet are kind of crossed. Bring your hands to face the right. Lift the hips, keep the feet where they are, and turn yourself to face the back of the mat. Your feet are roughly mat width apart, and fold in half here. Maybe gently, yes and no with the hair, just releasing off any tension. And bend the knees, chin to the chest, inhale, come all the way up, push the ground away. Sweep the arms up above the head, pinch, pinch, pinch the glutes together, and exhale, hands press to the heart center. Well done, release those hands. Heel toe the feet in so they're roughly hip width apart. Step your right leg over your left and take a twist to face the front of your mat. Step back into mountain pose. Stand tall. Inhale, reach. Touch the palms together, look to the thumbs. Exhale, tilt forward down the hips, fold all the way in half. Relax the hands, relax the head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, breathe in, stepping or jumping back into your plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, scoop the chin, the chest through. Pinch, pinch, pinch those glutes and exhale. Adho Mukha Savasana. Downward facing dog. Straight into your three-legged dog. Inhale, left leg up. Breathe it out, strong through the arms, strong into the belly. Head is relaxed. Breathe in, left foot outside of left hand. And exhale, wiggle that right leg away. Sink, sink, sink. Drop down into this right knee and untuck the foot. Take a little sway side to side if that still feels good. And then a couple of options with your lizard. Option right forearm comes down. Here could be enough. Here is perfectly good. Strong with that left knee, pinching into the left armpit. Option left forearm comes down, the head's relaxed. Pushing into the forearm, sinking into the hips. Or again, we come into our little lift. So you might be on your hands. You're going to step your hands just a little bit backwards, fingertips in line with that left heel, but the hands underneath each shoulder. Tuck your right toe, push the heel away. Bend the elbow so you bring your left thigh on top of that left upper arm. Bend, bend, bend the elbows and wiggle that left leg off the ground. Push that ground away and maybe float the right leg off the ground. Keep actively pushing the ground away. Breathe in. Breathing into this space. And then lower all the way down. Well done. So from here, wherever you are, coming back onto your hands, wiggle your left foot towards that right wrist. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle those hips down. Sink onto that left knee. And then lengthen the right leg behind you, untuck the foot. So today this left heel is coming into that right hip. Pushing the front of the right foot into the ground a little. Square the hips, the chest to the front. So stay here with your I keep calling it lizard still, your pigeon. You can stay here with your pigeon or breathe in. Exhale, square that right hip forward, walk the hands down. Land onto the forearms and rest your head here. Checking in with the breath, just softening into the hips, softening into this space. So options stay here, we come into our little bind. So right arm slides under to the left side, right palm faces the sky, rest on the right shoulder, the right side of the face. Left hand comes behind us and binds onto that left big toe. Pushing into the back of the right arm, looking over the left shoulder. Just allowing yourself to breathe here. Creating this space for the hips as you just settle and soften down. Releasing the left hand. Left hand comes back onto the ground in front of you. Push through your left hand as you come all the way back up. Well done. So options, stay with your still keep calling it a lizard. You're welcome to stick with your pigeon however you would like. If not, from here you're going to bring your right leg behind you. Right hand reaches for this right foot, so you might just gently pull this foot in. But keep trying to square your hips, your chest to the front. You might choose mermaid arms, bringing this right arm around. The left arm above the head, the hands can hold. And twist yourself to the front. Or you might choose to flip your grip again. So this left hand comes to that right big toe. Chest comes through, left hand comes above the head. Lift the elbows high, drop the head backwards. Square the hips, the chest to the front. Breathing into this space, feel that extra space coming into that right quad right now. And carefully releasing yourself out. Float that right foot down to the ground, well done. Slide this right foot all the way round, step it on the outside of that left knee, wiggle the left foot, ground down through the sit bones, sit tall, hug your right thigh in, reach the right fingertips, for the back. Keep the chest lifted and look over the right shoulder. Crown of the head nice and tall, back of the neck long, grounding down through both sit bones. Checking in with each in and out breath. spinal twist, massaging your internal organs, releasing any toxins. And on your next out breath, release. Take a little counter twist to the opposite side. Well done. This time, instead of coming up, I'd like you to lengthen that right leg, release the left leg, and give yourself a little wiggle out. Well done. Legs are just gently together, ground down through the sit bones to remove any skin from underneath you, and breathe in, reach all the way up. Exhale, tilt forward from the hips, fold in half. Relax the hands, relax the head. Taking your seated forward fold here. Try to connect the belly in with the thighs, so you're always welcome to keep these legs a little bent. Forehead down to the knees. Observing each in and out breath. On each out breath, we try to soften and maybe fold a little further into our fold this morning. Release the hands wherever you are. Breathe in, roll up through the spine very gently. And as you exhale, separate the legs nice and strong into the belly. Begin to roll yourself all the way down to the ground. Soften the arms, the shoulder blades. And we're coming into Shavasana. Corpse pose. Your final relaxation. Feel the effects of your practice as you right now allow the body to find stillness, to surrender into gravity, to release any tension. Let go. Allow the mind to be quiet. Allow the physical body, the mind, to relax here. Very welcome to stick with your Shavasana for as long as you like. Take in as long as you need this morning. If not, very carefully, bringing your awareness back to my voice. Bringing your awareness back to your surroundings. And begin to bring your awareness back to your physical body. Invite a little bit of movement into the fingers and toes. Wrists and ankles, rolling the head side to side. Slide the arms and legs together and inhale, reach the arms above the head. Point the toes, arch the back, take a big, big stretch, maybe a little yawn. And exhale, knees come into the chest. Give yourself a little cuddle. Just thank yourself for your practice this morning. Taking time out of your busy life to move, to breathe. Take a little rock side to side as you just thank that amazing body of yours for the practice it does for you. Everything it does, every day and night. And then rock yourself onto your side. Carefully push yourself up. Come to a seated position to face the front. And just take a moment to close the eyes. The hands can rest into Shin Mudra, think at a thumb, or maybe just rest them on the lap. The spine is long, eyes are closed. 3 lion breaths, in through the nose, lift the shoulders up to the ears and exhale through the mouth, drop the shoulders. Press your hands together at your heart center, concealing your practice. Thank you so much for joining me once more this morning. Om Shanti. Thank you so much again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. Please make sure you leave comments and some feedback. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good day.